Welcome back to my thoughts and ponderings as an equine vet. I do thank the people that said some nice things about the last one. It is slightly encouraging. But anyway, I just wanted to touch on a subject that sort of reared its head a little bit in the last few days, and it's something I'm quite interested in and passionate about. It's bone remodeling and the changes to exercise or lack of exercise sometimes that we can find. I've seen a few horses where we get issues developing in the rehab process as the horse comes back into work, and it's something that does rear its head and can be troublesome for people to understand why you would get another injury develop over time when the horse has had a period of inactivity. And I think we've got to understand bone is very good at remodeling and responding. So even older horses, it might be a bit slower than your young horses, but your older horses will remodel and will change with what they're doing. So the body always agrees and works out what forces it needs to withstand, and that's the level it gets to. So as you increase the exercise level, there is a chance of an injury due to the horse going through the process of remodeling and then developing a weakness. So how does bone remodel and what happens? So when bone has to remodel when we exert forces on it, it actually demineralizes and weakens before it gets stronger. That's the way the body acts, and unfortunately we haven't worked out a way to test what stage the horse's body is at, and equally different parts of the body will be in different stages of remodeling, so it can be very difficult to assess that. So there is a chance when you do a little bit more work that you could increase the chances that your horse is just unfortunately, your horse is just at a weak phase and you do a little bit much work, or you do the controlled exercise program that you're doing and you get the injury. Now that same thing can happen when you're doing fast work and you're increasing. So in your race horses, they'll be going through continual remodeling as we exert more forces on them. So it's really important to try and train the bone to withstand what we need it to withstand. And that's why I'm a big one in favour. I'd really try and avoid box rest as much as I can. I don't like horses standing about. I don't think it's natural. And I think movement is the key. We're lucky in Australia, for a lot of people, horses live in paddocks. And I do like them moving around. I think it is beneficial, and very much my ethos is exercise is good, and often exercise can be beneficial to healing of an injury because we need to teach the body what we want it to withstand, and that's where the level of healing has to go to. So some injuries can become a bit static, doing nothing, and so an example of that, some superficial digital flexor tendon injuries actually need some more exercise to stimulate the healing. If you just leave them around and wait for the scan to look perfect, they may never look perfect. You have to get them into exercise, and we see time and time again horses that as we go through the controlled exercise program, it almost takes a little bit of bravery to start the exercise program, but as that horse continues through that, there is an improvement in the fiber pattern and the cross-sectional area of that tendon. It actually improves with work, which for some people it's hard to get their head around, but what you're actually doing is training the body to do what it needs to do. So just my penny and thoughts. It's just something we deal with on a daily basis. You've got to manage the workload versus what the body's doing and make sure that it can withstand the strains that we want it to withstand. So anyway, speak soon. Thank you very much for watching this, and I will be back.